3rd, 2025. If you join me for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. This is a general reminder, everything is recorded for the Indiana code.
I never knew they
I got
did
it.
that shit.
It's good. I verified, make sure it's good.
Huh?
You're good.
I was gonna say, last time I was up there, they never done that. Of
We're
course,
going to get
that's been a
started.
couple
First
of years.
item is the disconnect hearing. Anybody here for utility disconnects? All right.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll
A second.
All in favor of utility disconnects?
Aye.
Approval of prior meeting minutes, October 6th, October 13th executive session, and October 27th.
I will make a motion to approve the October 6, October 13, and October 27 prior minutes.
Motion have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Unfinished business. Stan Ryder, unsafe building order, 910 East 3rd. Jennifer, Brad.
So he was to contract with a roofer to get his roof repaired. And, I made one call with him to Todd Smart, who was busy doing something and was gonna get back in touch, and Stan was gonna try Tyson Valinsky, and he's worked out with Tyson Valinsky that it's gonna get done this month. Correct?
Theoretically, yeah, that's what he says.
Okay.
You talk to you?
Yep. Tyson called me.
Alrighty.
So I think that's just where it sits.
I'm good with that timeline.
Okay.
We'll make a motion to.
Just extended.
30 days.
Yeah.
Motion to extend 30 days.
I'll second.
All in favor of the extension, say aye.
Aye.
Alright. Okay, 112 and 114 East 5th Street.
This is it Damien Joseph or Damien Mohammed? I'm sorry.
Oh, Damien Joseph Mohammed, or Damien Mohammed, doesn't matter.
Okay. So we skipped last month just because we didn't have our ducks in a row. So he was supposed to get with Brad and have an inspection on the inside of the building and let Brad check out some of the things outside of his building that he was ordered to do. And they met, and Brad went through it this morning, and I'll let him tell you what he saw.
Yeah, so I printed off pictures for you guys.
We have it in the gray folder.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What's that?
I printed off those pictures for you guys. I don't know if you guys looked at them.
Alright, is that these?
So, I mean, we still have stuff on the outside of the house or the building. The tuck pointing's not done. The back door wasn't secured. There's a window in the back that was fell out already. The inside's full of a lot of stuff. So, I mean, it's a pretty big health and safety issue. So, that's kind of what we found out today. So, I don't know if you want to speak to the council again.
Yes. We are the tuck pointing, continue to do the tuck pointing. I did the bottom of the tuck pointing throughout I still have to do the middle and the top. The window we had put the plexiglass. One of them pushed in. We'll have to just fix that. And then we're in the process of clearing out the building from when my parents had owned it. So right now we have with Eager Beaver dumpsters, and we did 2 20s with them already. 20 yard, and then we expect about 3 more 20s will clear out the 114, and about 4 20s will clear out 1112 on the side. And then probably 120 will clear out the top by 114.
Do you know what your timeline is to try to get all that done? On any parts of it?
I don't have a timeline on it, and
We do have a meeting with, someone who is interested in purchasing some of the contents of the building. What do you meeting?
I don't know, he called my, someone my dad, he's gonna come and purchase, his,
Some of the antiques that are in there.
yeah.
Just have to set up a date. It's just, we've been playing phone tag with
So
that.
the pictures here that show everything inside of it, is this fairly new or is this stuff that's been there since your parents had it also?
It's all, my parents had
It's
it.
all there.
It's been there
So
since
we've
then.
been slowly trying to.
Okay, and how long have you had it? I'm sorry.
We've had it for a year and a half.
Year and
We've
a
been
half,
emptying
okay.
it.
You mentioned Eager Beaver had come and done too, so when are they coming for more? Or
We
you
have to
haven't-
schedule the next, drop off, cause we're doing it ourselves, they're not
Okay.
unloading anything for us for doing it. He works nights, I works a swing shift, so it's just kind of in scheduling when it comes to that.
Do we know what's in the ag chemical tote?
Nothing,
We don't know what's in there at all.
there's nothing in there,
Okay, so it's empty.
it's empty, there might be some rainwater, but
I mean, it's
Yeah.
full of something, right?
Look, the picture looks like it has something in it. I
it's
don't know.
probably, it's not chemicals.
Okay. I think the biggest concern is the public health hazard it's gonna start presenting. We've torn down several buildings and several houses in the last 10 years, and the longer it sits, the longer it becomes a hazard.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot of stuff.
It's not safe for firefighting operations, it's attached to other buildings, right? There's an alleyway on it.
There's now on the
And
west.
so,
If you guys had to walk in, there's no way you'd be able to walk through this, I don't think.
those are I mean, public health is the number one issue, I think, that we see when we get these buildings and they don't progress where they should be. And they're expensive to own, I mean, that's why people just don't own them anymore. Unless they have an active business. It looks to me like there's some black mold, I think, I don't know. We
It
haven't
did look
tested
like
it.
some mold, yeah.
Mold of some sort, there's a lot of types, so. And those are the big concerns is even if you get it cleaned out, it can't be inhabited. And so then that's unfortunately more money that's gonna cost. And so that's the downtown safety and the public safety. That is definitely one of the biggest concerns that we have to address. Unfortunately, it's not easy owning anything that big and that old, so. I don't know what
I mean, how much more time do you think you need to at least get everything out of the buildings? I mean, can you get everything out within a whole nother month? Can you get it at least emptied?
Maybe the inside done.
We could get the, in 1 month, I could probably get about three 20s from him.
So one side we can get empty, the bar side.
I
What
guess
do you
I'm
guys
more,
think based on those pictures?
I'm more concerned about that open window and garage door not closing all the way.
Well, I think that is
Is that
definitely
Mike?
in
And
that
stuff
month
on
too.
the outside.
Now the cats are back, it sounds like I had
He's
two
working
people
with
call me and
state.
tell me that
Someone continues to feed them. We've asked.
And they keep raising the scaffolding, they
Right.
tore the scaffolding up from the, that we had nailed in. And
They're pulling out
it's
the
hard to keep
siding.
animals out, so.
Like cats are doing that, or the
No,
people?
People,
Oh.
whoever's coming and feeding the cats, I've spoke with the gentleman, it's an older gentleman and his wife, that's coming and feeding the cats, and we're asking them not to. So, I've seen the person that's,
I mean, I think you have black mold, obviously it's easier for that to grow in a brick building like that, but.
It does look like mold.
I'm not a mold expert either though.
You said you think you can get three more dumpsters?
And get one of the buildings done.
And then what else, Mike, the window?
I'm concerned about the garage, having access through the bottom of that garage and then the window, garage door. Making sure it's at least almost sealed from the elements, especially going in the winter.
What do you guys think? Do you wanna expect more than 3 more dumpsters, the window and door? In a month?
And I'm not a construction person, I think that there's definitely a load on the floors. And I can hopefully it's not leaking anywhere. And so, Judd, can we leave the unsafe building order in effect and with the fine, but hold it in advance to see if there's enough in the next.
Yes.
I don't know how you guys feel, like, I think there needs to be substantial progress. I know it's also expensive,
Right.
we don't wanna have to tear another building down, and we want to see businesses come into these buildings if they're viable. And that's what we don't want to have to own one, own several buildings and have to fill the hole in, so. That's not something that we really wanna get to. Do you have plans to sell it, just curious, or use it, or? I think at some point we had somebody who was interested in buying it, maybe, I think you said, last meeting.
We plan on, clearing it out and then, using it. We had someone contact us about buying it, but it wasn't that needed. They weren't that nice.
Is there power to the building?
No, we shut that off.
Is the water shut off, Clayton?
Yes.
I'm not sure, need to look.
Brad, what else would you like to see done within this next month? What do you think's?
I
I mean, I know it's been a year and a half, I hate to
Yeah.
keep pushing it, I mean, I know that's a lot to even get done in a month, but yet,
there's a lot of work that needs done.
Anybody else, we would ask them to clean up the exterior stuff.
No, you're done.
As a very, very beginning, get rid of the tote containers. I would caution you draining that thing in case it did have something in it that was not good. We had that happen in Otterman. Somebody left the cap open and it filled with water, and then they let it run out and it killed 100 feet of water with it, so be very careful draining that thing. Those are a couple things that I see, but reduction in fire load, making sure it's boarded up. I think we should put a label on the building that says it's not safe for entry if we can. I don't think the fire department we should have some sort of warning on it at this point, so. I don't know what we can do though, so.
Like, you can label it an unsafe premises, but I'm not sure, I mean, because I can Google where to find a sign for that.
Right.
I'm sure it exists. No admittance or something like that, something along those lines. So, can I go through this list and make sure I got it? So, by the next meeting, empty out one side or the other of the building of debris.
The
Fix-
top and bottom, or
I would start with the tops first. I try to get the load off the top, and then work your way down. That's me though, I don't know what all else you got in here that's taking all the weight, so.
Is the bar side, does it have,
there's nothing on, up there.
Okay, so didn't you say you were gonna do the bar side first?
Yes, that's where we started emptying already.
So empty the bar side, downstairs and upstairs, if there's nothing there, it should be pretty easy to inspect after that. Within a month, fix the window and the door, seal the door,
The garage door and the lock-in door in the back.
and the garage door. You're gonna hold the fine in abeyance and empty the agricultural chemical container.
Yeah, I think there's two on the outside. It looks like there's one that's maybe painted.
Clean up the garbage outside.
Yeah.
There's pallets, there's a grill.
There's the.
That's outside.
There's the external stuff that gets started. We'll see.
The stuff on the front porch.
And is that a motion?
Yes,
I'll make the motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
They need to know what the fine's gonna be if they don't get this done.
What's that?
They need to know what the fine's gonna be if they don't get this done.
With our unsafe building order, the fine is
$250. Is that what it is?
more than
I
that.
thought you'd already done a fine here. This was April of 25. Defendants failed to appear, but we were working on getting him served. You had a $5,000 fine in abeyance and they were ordered to appear, and that was before I even found him. I mean, that's, it took that much time. He came in July. So really there's not a fine pending because he was never served and neglected the order like you would do to impose a fine. I didn't find him until a month later, 2 months later.
Alright.
So, no, there's not I would say there's not a fine in place right now. Do you wanna hold a fine in abeyance, and how much do you wanna hold in abeyance?
What's the total UBO order? Is it 5,000?
It's the limit is 5,000. 5,000 per meeting to determine whether there's compliance.
What do you guys think?
And when did they first officially get the notice?
July 7th, yeah. I would say anything that happened prior to July 7th, I can tell you he wasn't
So
served.
it's been 4 full months.
With the,
And what they said they've done is, they've removed 10 cats, they said they blocked off all entrances, which I'm not sure if that held or not. They blocked the hole in the wall in the foundation, remember we talked a lot about a hole in the foundation? They said the roof was repaired in 2020, so they didn't think that was an issue. They removed some of the boards covering the windows on the back side and said the windows were okay, but they put plexiglass where the glass is missing for now. They removed some weeds around the building. And he was trying to do it yourself tuck pointing. That was in September, which is the last time they were here.
I mean, we said the standard, I think, was stand if we did the 5,000 and held in the balance until there was enough, I guess, forward progress, so.
Yeah, I agree, I mean, that's what we did with Stan, so.
So what they're saying about the fine and holding it in abeyance is that they're gonna hold it in abeyance, they're gonna check your progress. And if you're not making progress, they're gonna impose that fine. But for now, it's just out there as, I guess, a threat or maybe some motivation to get you going a little bit faster.
We would rather you spend that money, it's pointless for us to fine you that much and take the money that you could use towards getting dumpsters and getting things taken care of. And that's why we do that, but we're kind of at that point, I think, with the health hazard and the fire hazard and everything that we need. I mean, it took a while to figure out who owned the building and where they were and get a response, so I think that's our biggest concern. It has nothing to do with not wanting to see anybody progress. It's just, at some point, we become liable too, and that's what we don't want for any injuries or anything destructive, so. What are your thoughts? Any more thoughts?
I agree with all that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
So make a motion to hold the, I'll make 5,000 in advance.
To hold it in advance, 5,000.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Just 1 second, so that meeting is gonna be, December 1st. Thank you.
I would document everything you do, and I think the more you update Brad on everything, the better off it will be, especially if you're showing progress. Take pictures of what you're doing to keep receipts of dumpsters and all that. That way you have proof. I think
Right.
it helps. So, anything else that we need to know?
Not with them.
So if you have questions, you can get hold of Brad or Judd, and if there's anything that.
Yeah.
So, okay. Alright.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, have a great work.
Thank you.
And I asked Wade McCutcheon to come to talk about 2nd Street and the Gulf Heights, the road, the extension of 2nd Street and how that got left was kind of up in the air, and kind of to set this up, they had, Wade and his group had asked to vacate a lot of right-of-ways and alleys, because they were kind of redrawing their lot lines, kind of the way I look at it. They had their own layout, and it was over the top of something that was already in place, so we needed to kind of wipe it to do that. And as part of that, the 2nd Street loops down whatever road that is on the west, but or south. It loops, but it could continue on into Briette's field. And he reminded me when I asked him to come that I told him that was left off the list of vacated rights of way, that little segment that would have continued on and gone into that field. And he reminded me last week that was left off because the Briette said they may develop whatever in that field.
Yeah, like 2 years ago, we were here. We wanted to combine what would be lots 13, 14, and 15 for a client that Original Builders was going to build about $1 million home for. Briette showed up, said they did not want that to happen, that there's the potential down the road that they would develop the farmland. So we ran off $1 million client from town. We built that house in Delphi. So there's lots 13, 14, and 15 that did not get combined. And there is a roadway that did not get vacated that runs east to west, what would be the continuation of 2nd Street, mimicking what's on, Brad, what's south where Steely's live? Is that 3rd Street?
3rd Street.
Yeah, so 3rd Street already kind of has where it goes to the west and connects to Briette's. 2nd Street could extend to the west and connect. If I'm looking on that second map there, you can kind of see that little jut right there, that 2nd Street could do the exact same thing. Now, I don't know how involved I need to be. The lot 12, which is the one closest to the extension of.
Label those.
Yep. Yep. Well, that's the old vacated. I don't know if it's been recorded. I got the recorded version of it. That's okay. Got it on my phone. I guess what I'm trying to say is that Brett Kirchhoff and his father purchased lots, let me count, 7 through 12 on the north side of 2nd Street. 12 would be the first lot that would need a road extension. That's the original plat. That's no longer how it's platted now. That was the original vacation exhibit, etc. Yeah, I think you got it probably there now. Yeah, that's still the old one. I can get you the exhibit of it. I have it, or I can send it.
Has it been adjusted on Beacon?
Here you go. I don't know who
Yeah.
wants or needs to see this. So here's lot
Who
12.
the hell would want to build $1 million house?
Here's Second Street where it ends. That is the
Sorry,
non-vacated
pal.
that they kept. 12 is what Kirchhoff's own. I received a text message from Kirchhoff's real estate agent, who also does some real estate things for me, Dusty Robinson, asking what I was going to do with the road to get it in front of 12. I told him that's your job, that's your property, I don't own that. I own lots 13, 14, and 15. I don't know what I'll do with them. But he's wanting to get an extension of 2nd Street so that it could be accessed through a town-maintained blacktop road to lot number 12. I don't know if Judd's been contacted about that. Probably, I'm not sure.
Is that because Dusty has someone to sell it to and he?
They're
Right, or
12
was-
sold.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay,
So,
so Dusty sold the property.
Yeah, they're
build
building
a
a
house.
That's what started this whole thing.
gotcha. Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay.
I'm not involved with their company. I don't know.
Okay.
Dusty just texted me and said, what's Wade gonna do with extending that road? And I got back to Dusty and said, it's not my it's not my road. You own lot 12. If you want the road extended in front of lot 12, then I don't know what to tell you. You need to go to town or whatever. They knew that when they purchased the property, that lot 12 that the road wasn't there. I mean, logic says it's not there. There's nothing in our
Yeah.
paperwork or our bill of sale.
Is that 12?
That's 13. Well, I don't know if the recorder has plugged everything in. I know that Star has everything filed.
We do the layers here.
So here's, if that's helpful. There's 12, 13, 14, and then 15 is on the south side of what the roadway would be.
So.
Yeah,
Here we go.
right. So 12 would be 12 right there.
Okay. It's like Harvest Homes and, yeah, Harvest Homes.
Yeah, so Harvest Homes, which is the company I still own as 100% proprietor, it owns 13, 14, and 15. We have no intention, right, if someone came in, it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. I don't need to sell the property. I don't have any intention to build anything back there. At some point, we'll sell it. If anybody wants to buy an acre and a half, come talk to me after this. I just owned it when I bought it from Don Bailey. And we were going to combine 13, 14, and 15, vacate that alleyway, build Kurt and Arlene Carley a home there. We ended up building it for them in Delphi. And so I've just held it ever since then. So I don't know what Brett Kirchhoff is wanting to do. Maybe extend that road, but I don't know how that necessarily. I mean, I will reap the benefit of them extending the blacktop all the way to the Briette's property because that's then gives access to 13, 14, and 15. But I am also not the one who's saying that needs to be extended because I don't currently have a buyer on the table. So I don't know where my involvement comes into play on that.
Only that it affects your 13, 14, and 15.
Sure.
And I mean, to say they put in a lane that gets them as far as 12, the writing's on the wall.
Yeah.
If you do something with 13, 14, and
Sure.
or 15, it's gonna be your problem.
Yeah.
It's gonna be your road to put in.
Yeah, I mean, I think.
Unless Briette's developed, and then then it'll be their road to put in.
Right. So I think if there's something starting to say that 2nd Street is getting extended towards the west, towards Briette's, I would have a vested interest in saying I'd like to know what that cost and what our involvement needs to be. Because it does, eventually we'll put for sale signs in those lots back there. But right now I have no time frame to put for sale signs in those lots. But if they're wanting to get going on 12, then yeah, I mean, whoever we need to talk to see about getting it extended all the way to Briette's.
Is 15 is just a regular size lot, right?
That's right. It would be facing north, accessed from, south off of 2nd Street. It'd be the only lot facing north, or only home facing north.
In that block, but
That's
I mean,
right.
that one faces.
Correct, I'm sorry, of what I own, it would be the
Okay.
only one facing north.
I see
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to see what I'm looking at?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, yes, please.
So,
That's 13.
Alright, so,
12
okay.
is where
Right.
the part of the property
And that's-
in here.
Okay,
Well,
so
it's
12
where
is
there's
Dusty
a-
Robinson.
Right, and then he, we owns 15 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
So he was gonna combine those,
and Briette wanted access, and so we didn't vacate that road. That, it shows that there's a road there, but it's not there. It's a right of way.
So that's not there,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
He showed me on
Oh,
his.
okay, alright, that makes sense.
Which
So
one
that's
was the
not
one
there.
we didn't vacate?
That stick that is the extension of Second Street, that is not there. The road curves around, I don't think it
Oh,
is.
you can tell.
It's not, it's,
Yeah.
it's,
You can
it's
tell.
Sheffield.
Oh,
Where,
yes, okay.
yeah,
They just show it as, that white line is a right-of-way line, it's not a.
it's not an actual.
It's somewhat
roadway.
easy to see on this map here. Basically, they just want. There's Third Street that extends their Seeley's house is right here. They want Second Street to extend straight out to where Briette's property is what someone wants done at some point.
I guess, I mean, is there a timeline? I don't, in the past, I think the last development that I've been around for, I don't know that the town paid for the road extensions.
Typically, developers paid for the road, but I mean, they're selling lot 12 obviously had no road access when they sold that. That's not necessarily the town's problem. That's the owner of lot 12's problem. And what I was saying about if they only put in an extension of Second Street just in front of lot 12, it's kind of putting the writing on the wall about who's gonna be paying for 13, 14, and 15. It's either gonna be Wade or some future owner of those lots, or Briette's if they start to develop and need that road to come on through. It's there, and what I mean by that is, if Briette's developed a subdivision, is that west, whatever direction that is?
It's west.
And Wade had a notion that he still wanted to try and combine those three parcels, for instance. He couldn't stop that road. That road is platted. It's there. It's a right of way. And it's land of the towns, but the town doesn't have an obligation to put a road in.
It sounds to me like whoever wanted to turn a profit there first is gonna be responsible for putting a road in. And it sounds like 12 is the one who's trying to get something done. And that's nothing against Kirkhoffs, I'm friends with those guys, but they're the ones who are in a hurry to try to get something done because they have a home they wanna build there. I'm sitting here like Briette's where I don't necessarily need to pay for anything because I don't have any intention to build anything back there right now. However, if Brett wants to extend that road and a company that the town contracts with, or they're the ones, if Brett's the one, whatever, give us an extra $5, $6, $7, $8, $10,000 and we'll take it all the way to Briette's, maybe I get on board with that, but there's no necessity for me to do that initially. And I think the same thing with Briette's. If Briette's wanted to put that subdivision like Judd's saying, then they're probably the one who's going to be like, hey, let's pay to have a road extended. But I'm in no hurry to have that necessarily done.
Have they approached the town at all?
I don't know who reached out first to get this talked about again, but this summer somebody reached out.
Do you know how or what? Was it Brett who reached out or Dusty?
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Kirk also wanted they wanted the layout of the road, and I had our engineer
Gotcha.
send them the layout of the road out, it has to be put into for the town to accept it.
Just from my own common knowledge, money aside, is the process typically you guys recommend who you'd want to put that road in, or they can use whoever?
Put it in our specs, and then we accept it. If it
Okay,
meets our
gotcha.
specs.
I was just curious if they decided they wanted that done, how that process worked.
But I mean, if the town had a company in town that knew the town's specs to do roads, that's the time to strike. I mean, if they can get material, that's the time to strike, because they're gonna be in town anyway, and they know already what the road base
And I don't really know on the water side of stuff. I know Nate's no longer here, but they were at the time when we were going to build all those homes. Nate was kind of working along with us, basically extending water and sewer along with us. But I don't think, where did you go? Do you know where you stopped?
We're at that last house they developed. We're probably
Okay.
about 20 feet from that, or past that driveway.
And I think that's lot 9,
I think so.
if that's right. So you've got another
That's
10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to go to get all the way to the end of Briette's property.
Yep. Yeah, I know that
For
we
12,
talked about.
13, and 14, sewers and water lines have to be extended too.
That's what we were just
Usually
talking
the
about.
developer's responsibility. I think the only reason that we went in and put them sewers in on that side of the road is so we didn't have to cut the road at every one of them as you went.
That is
There's
correct.
a sewer on each side.
I know, and I don't know how retroactive any of this is, but I honestly don't remember the conversation because we didn't pay. I don't own those lots anymore, but I think the town's vested interest was we're going to pay for that extension of the water and sewer at the time when I owned the property because they wanted to see the homes there. And so we didn't spend any money. I spent $40,000 with NIPSCO to extend power and gas, but we didn't spend any money on water and sewer. All we paid for was hookup.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I don't know whose responsibility at this point the extension of that water and sewer is. If you're stopped at 9 now and 10, 11, 12 needs it done, I don't know who's paying for that. I don't own those pieces of property, so.
I think the town's still paying for that.
Is that that was the plan when I was with working with Nate 2 years ago, but I don't know how that has all shaken out.
I believe we're gonna keep going on to at least 12th now. 'Cause
Okay.
that's where the next house is gonna be developed.
Sure. Okay.
So we're just kind of skipping a few lots.
Sure.
I believe that's the plan.
So, you know whose house that is?
No, I wish I did.
Where do their utilities run, do you know?
That's a good question.
Which
there's
house?
there's
The one there in the that you're
Clay.
pointing at, yeah.
Yep. So they're actually
Thomas Brown.
their meter pit's probably about where that line is.
There's
And it
utility
runs-
easement.
Their service line comes over here and ties into this main.
Okay. So there's utilities in the vicinity. It's not like it's gonna be a whole new run of sewer and water.
Yeah, I might have to extend the water main, but
Yeah, I think the whole point when Nate kind of came up with the plan originally was just that only one section of road would have to get cut right there, where those first three that we built on the east side were.
yeah,
They'd run across and then they'd run up where there's already construction happening on the north side of Second Street, so they're not interfering with Canes and the
I
rest of
think the
it.
problem was they was building one house at a time. So every time they built a house, we was gonna cut a
Yeah.
road, and we just gotta pay for utility cuts at every one of those houses.
Yeah.
And this way, we already had water on that side of the road, sewer was on the other side. So we just ran a sewer extension down that side, so we only had to make one cut, and then we didn't have to worry about till all the houses were in. And
I guess
it should be the same with this road extension too. The sewer and water line and services should all be put in before the road.
yeah, I agree.
And that's usually a contractor's responsibility to put in sewer, water and stuff, but it's been kind of changed so we can get building going on out there. That's up to you guys. But you don't wanna put the road in after, or the sewer and stuff in after the road. It don't make no sense.
And you're saying, not that this is, again, my business, I don't own that property up to 12, but you're saying that from your understanding, that water and sewer is going to go paid for by the town or whoever's paying for that to lot 12 right now.
So my understanding.
That was the way I understood it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say. So
Okay.
I would make sure we look it up in our meeting minutes where we can, just to make sure that we're telling you the right thing.
Right.
And again, I don't know that it matters to me
Right.
because I'm not, 13, 14, 15, I don't have any intention to do anything with right now. I think
we want you to put houses there.
Yeah,
so-
well, I wanted to. I had $1 million one going out there.
Okay, so on the road, you just want clarification or just to convey your?
Judd asked if I wanted to be here.
That's fine.
So I think what I would say is if Brett's team, whether that's his legal count, whoever, says that they would like to extend Road 12, whether that's a private contractor or a town,
Right.
whoever contractor, I think I would have a vested interest in saying, telling that person I can meet with Brett or Dusty, whoever, hey, shoot me a number for what the cost of that is to get it out to
Right.
Briette's. I don't, but I don't have any need right now to do that. I do know, not to throw another name into the mix, but Mark Bosquet, who is one of the franchisees for GJ Gardner, they did lots 4, 5, and 6. We sold that separately. They have a pre-sale client that's interested in buying maybe 13, 14, and 15. So if they did that,
Hell, they're talking, not me.
then I would say that
Thanks.
maybe that's their interest in saying that road gets extended. So,
I hope so.
And I would say if you guys have that conversation, come back to the town so we can make sure that
Sure.
what needs to be done on our side.
It's done ahead of what,
Pre-construction and if we do community crossings, there'll be a paving company back in town next year. I don't know if that's something that can,
You won't be able to use community crossings money for that.
well, no, not for us, but for them to say, hey, they're in town, is this something you wanna do? Talk to Milestone or who, we don't even know who that is at this point, but if we do have that opportunity, that would be a good time to do it unless you guys have your own paving contractors.
do you know? Again, you probably don't. You have no idea time frame or anything they're doing on any of that on 12. So, I mean, there was conversation a year ago where that didn't even need to be blacktopped at the time. They could have put a gravel lane in on where that they could still have a concrete approach similar to the way it would be, but for the time being they could put number 2s and then top of 53s and you could still access lot 12 without having to have a blacktop. We keep talking about blacktop, but and again I'm speaking on behalf of Kirkhoff, which isn't, I'm not involved with them. But
if it develops, I'd say just come back to the town and that way we know if they reach out to you or vice versa.
Sure.
The problem with leaving it gravel though, is the town won't accept it as a gravel road.
Gotcha.
You guys will all have your own share of maintaining that gravel road.
So, and I don't know if that's, if you wanna reach out to them and figure out if there's a timeline, if they have only been here since then, I don't know that they're probably, maybe they're like you. I mean, maybe they don't. Maybe it's weird.
I prefer not to be involved as little as I can, just because it's not my deal with concerning lot 12.
Sure.
I think the only time, So not to say that I skate around any of that, but I'm not going to go and try to stir up the pot on what they need to do to get their road extended to sell a house that's theirs. So if they need to get lot 12 going, they need to figure out. They should have been at this meeting to figure out why lot 12, why they don't have access to it.
Good.
So Dusty texted me asking when I'm going to extend the road. I'm not extending the road. It's not my responsibility.
So Dusty was originally contacting you to get it going.
Correct. He texted me a screenshot from Brett Kirkhoff, one of the owners of Kirkhoff Homes. What is Wade going to do about the road extension in front of number 12? And I said, Wade's not going to do anything. Dusty can figure that out. It's not my responsibility. You bought the lot knowing there's no road there. Figure it out. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no problem.
Any other, that's it.
Good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks.
Laura, you wanna go real quick for Friday night under unfinished?
I'm gonna hop out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
See you
Hold
later.
on,
Thanks, John.
Okay.
See you, dude.
See you, Jeff.
Great night. Was
Thank you.
awesome.
Please don't.
I don't know where all these kids are coming from. Like, I think we're pulling them from Lafayette. They're all Jason.
We'll have to find a way of asking them.
It's gotta be on work.
Yeah, we'll use it.
Some of the comments, they like the small town feel, so they come here and it's safe, fun, easy.
Maybe next year when we're passing out those little tickets to everybody, I just ask them, what town you live in, and I can write it on, I can write it on the back of it and get an idea.
Okay, so we had, so last year we had almost 400 show up for business trick or treating, and businesses were like, well, how do we plan for it? I said, shoot for 400. It's on Friday and it's on Halloween, so either we're gonna get it bombarded or no one's gonna come because they're just gonna save it for residential. Well, we had almost 700. We had 678 kids for business trick or treating last year. Theater keeps track because they hand out one full size. So let's just say 678 went through the theater. Not every single one, but and then for the costume contest, 156 participants, which is probably the most I've ever had too. And
passed out free hot dogs and.
I like that, I
The
think you usually have
DJ.
Mr. Ricky.
Yes,
Hilarious.
that's how he introduces himself, so.
Mhm. Funny.
Expenses, $980, or, I'm sorry, that was the donations. Expenses, $868.16, so I had $111.84 left over, after donations. So we didn't have to spend anything on the budget. We also did the house decorating contest. Winners on 8th Street had a maze you walked through, it's pretty amazing. And second place was on 3rd Street, 706 3rd. They'll both get some money in the mail.
What's that second place? Was that the
It was
clown
like,
one, or was that the one that,
it was like the entrance to a house.
that one?
Kind of
Okay.
like a pallet.
Had the guy sitting in there. It was pretty good.
I
Yeah,
guess
that
on
was a
Halloween
good
night-
one,
On
yeah.
Halloween night, he was sitting in there and you like knocked on the door and he opened it up and he was all dressed up. And it was pretty cool.
Mhm.
So, but people really got into it this year and it was good.
Yeah, there were some, it was hard to decide.
So, any questions about Bright Night?
We've already got Christmas stuff up.
You do? What about
The extra
Thanksgiving?
aluminum foils for the hot dogs, I'll take back to the fire department again.
I mean, I can pick
Yeah,
them up
that's
from
for
your house
now.
and stuff.
Deputy don't get any respect.
I gotta drop off the roasters anyway.
Fire department. At my house, I had 136 trick-or-treaters for residential, so that was pretty amazing. Yeah, it's a lot. I just looked at the numbers on my stuff, you know, and added it together. I did.
Get one of those little clickers like movie theater.
My neighbors, their inmates have all those bypasses up. And he comes over, and they had 130 something.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on, this was kind of very last minute, the club was wanting to do another Singo Bingo, and I said, well, this is the date that I have available and my DJ has available. If it doesn't work, then it's gonna have to be after Christmas. And so I apologize for the late notice of bringing this up, but this Friday, it's okay with everybody, we're gonna do music bingo at the club. And 7 o'clock, just because it's from all eras, so DJ and prizes, they're gonna do drink and appetizer specials. So everyone is welcome to come out there, but there's limited spots. Right now I have 34 people signed up.
Oh, so you're full.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I only advertised it once, and I think the club did a couple times, and we're full. So $10 per card. So the point of this is, looks good for the town, it gets people into town. A lot of Newton County people came last time and Lafayette, so.
Charging double.
Yeah, yeah.
Across the board.
I'm joking, I'm joking.
And gets people into this business, and then all the prizes are like gift certificates back to that business, and it's just a win-win for them, for us, it looks good. So, this sheet just tells, I hope it's easy for you guys to read, because it does make sense in my mind, but it's kind of how I do my other expenses. 413, that was the first one I did, it was at the local, and then 228 was at the club, and then this one will be 11.7 at the club. And it just shows down here.
What they do have you come up
The bingo
just to
cards,
waste
I
your
made
time.
145 the first time, and the DJ, the local gave them $100, and I gave them $50 for gas and just extra. And as you can see, it doesn't cost hardly anything, and we make a little bit of money, so far.
Everybody's always enjoyed it in the
$234.
past. I mean, both
Yeah.
the local and the club was, everybody had a good time.
So, one time someone else, yeah.
Flyer looks fantastic. I love the cassette tapes, the microphone. I'll be there, I'm sitting with,
Oh, yes.
Ferris and
This is
Kathleen,
nice.
so yes, so I will be there.
And I'm working with Jill at the theater, and we're thinking about doing one at the theater, whether it's movie related or kids, Disney kind of related, music, trivia, something, so that might be up next.
Alright. Sounds fun.
I don't have a stroll flyer done, but that's still on for December 6th, first Saturday in December. Parade, Santa, movie, all the fun stuff that we usually do. And decorating the commons. Everybody still want me to put Christmas lights up like I do every year, or something different happening that I don't know about?
I would say Christmas lights are always a hit.
'Tis the season.
'Tis the season, there you go, that's a yes.
And I brought this up to, I think you were on and you two, those two weren't on. I got approved to do a nativity with the old port. Oh, you weren't on either, I don't think. Can I do a live nativity this year? I can pull it together. I brought it up in the past and I just never had the time.
Where?
I did.
Oh, okay. So like during the stroll, or?
No, just something totally different, just like maybe 2 nights, like towards Christmas time, quick and easy. Just have live nativity, people dressed up.
You can find people to do it.
Just playing music outside, you drive by, you roll down your window and you hear it, and you short and sweet.
Yeah.
One at the courthouse. I mean, it's been a while
I was
ago.
oh
yeah? I don't
we
remember
used to
that.
drive by, that's
Yeah.
that's what I want, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, might as well try it, see how
I
it
mean,
goes.
back in the day, I even asked Judd and stuff, and he's like, it's okay, as long as it's not, courthouse
Yeah.
and stuff, and.
Yeah, gotta try and see how it goes.
Yeah, so maybe have like hot chocolate and whatever, and people can walk around and just hang out and listen to Christmas music and have a nativity.
Yeah, kinda like a little walkthrough, you know?
I talked to Deb Pledlow, she's a friend that sets up a vendor space and she sews. And so costumes have always been hard and no one wants to just lend costumes. So I'm gonna get a quote from her, but she has a pattern and she can just make some simple costumes for me, that way I just have them on hand if this works out.
Something just kind of slip over and.
Yep, and then I just figured if I found enough people, like talk to the churches and, teenage kids even, and okay, you're gonna be married at this, for half an hour at this time, so it doesn't get too cold. Then they go to the
Right.
theater and switch out, and
I think it sounds neat, there's a lot of people that travel a long ways to go see live nativity scenes, so. You can advertise it, I think that would be good,
be nice,
'cause,
bring it back to town.
yeah, I mean, I've heard people here going to Lafayette to go see them, so. We might as well have it too.
But I was up to date with that, I mean, it should.
Okay. I think that's a good idea.
Brad, they need a baby Jesus.
Yes.
You already volunteered.
Big bit.
30 days.
Oh.
You have to get a heavy baby.
Anything else for you? Okay. Thanks.
New business, you're not last, but you're not least either, Larry.
I'm not last.
No, you're not last.
You want me to speak now?
Yeah. Come up.
Okay, what I'm complaining about, since the town's complained to a few people, I'm complaining about down the street from me, 2 houses down. In your wisdom, the town board's wisdom, they left a big building be built. Guy's got a semi, he runs his generator clear until 3 o'clock in the morning. I think the town board ought to go down and talk to him about making the neighborhood into a truck stop.
Okay.
Where is this at?
9
James Street.
South James. So,
B8,
so it's
about 813.
You know where my parents live?
so it's a semi that's sitting at that residence.
My parents live.
Yeah.
So
He doesn't do it. I mean, he's gone right now, probably out trucking, whatever.
sure.
But it was 3 o'clock when he stopped there about a week ago,
Okay.
when he was running that dang thing. I don't want him running the semi all night, and I don't want him running his generator all night.
Right. Okay. I think the biggest thing is us catching it in action. I think whenever it was called in, Lee tried to catch, or Lee had the officer on duty try to catch it, and we have to catch the ordinance violation in.
You want me to call the cops then, right?
Yeah, if you call a non-emergency line, have them have the on-duty officer go see if they can catch it.
You got that phone number there that I should call?
Yeah, 765-884-0080.
What is it? Oh,
0080. It's the sheriff's, it's the old
Okay.
sheriff's department line.
okay.
It'll ask you one for a jailer, two for a dispatcher. Tell them that it's you have an ordinance complaint and have the on-duty Fowler Police Unit come and check it out. Whenever it was called in last, our on-duty officer tried to catch it and didn't catch it. So
I don't know how they could have missed it.
right, I don't know either.
You know, the town board ought to realize that you cannot put a tall building in town without expecting a semi or a bigger vehicle going in and out it. You wouldn't want it next to your house, and I sure as the hell didn't want it next to mine.
Right.
But since there's two houses down instead of right beside it, I had no opinion.
Right.
We wasn't notified, hey, what do you think about it? Because I would have told you what I thought about it.
Right, and I didn't make the ordinance laws that they follow either, so, for the zoning board, so.
Well, you ought to straighten them out and get that a handle on it, because that's stupid. That is absolutely stupid. You want a pole building, go to country.
Right. I've got a vacant house across the street I can't do anything about, I understand.
I got some matches.
So, that's not how I would handle it, so. That's the easiest way, the more we can catch it, the more we can enforce it.
Okay.
Anything else, I mean, that's the easiest way, I mean, I don't.
Okay, expect a call.
Okay, that's fine, well,
But
we'll
I
make
know
sure
you
that,
will. Thank
Lee
you.
is aware also, so.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alright, department head updates. Nobody wants to talk.
Everybody's done.
Okay. 903 South Jordan.
How's everybody doing?
Good, John.
How are you?
How are you?
Not bad. No vacation yet? No. Can't hardly keep that leaf machine running. I should've got one 2 years ago. Got all my salt in, got it all put away. Actually, probably have enough room for one more semi-load. I don't know if they'll give it to me though, because I'm close to my allotment. I'm only allowed 50 tons. I'm sitting at like 46 tons now. I can call them and see. So I'm asking you guys, since I can fit another one in there, do you want me to call and see? Because you gotta worry about the truckload, so it's gonna be 22 tons or so. So it's gonna be another $2,200. I'm not saying we don't have enough to make it through winter. I'm just saying that we will definitely be full if I get one more semi in there. What's your thoughts? And they may say no. I don't know.
I don't think it's anything wrong to try to get it if you can. I mean, it's.
Because I mean, I doubt it's gonna be cheaper next year.
Right.
So if we get it this year.
Yeah.
If we end up needing it this year.
We can use.
I could be wrong about that, maybe it'll be cheaper next year.
Exactly. This tastes
All
so
right,
funny.
we did start leaf pickup, and I am having some trouble with the machine, but hopefully we're getting the bugs worked out of it, so. I did call them today, and they said within a couple days they could have me another machine if this one does. I thought it would hit gasket today, so I was really getting nervous. But they said they can give me another one, so it seems like it'll work out one way or another, so. The other thing I wanted to bring up was, our gator, the sewer plant's gator, actually. It's getting old and it's too small for what we need it for. I usually borrow it from the sewer plant to do like alley spraying alleys and stuff like that, and they originally bought it. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to purchase another one, use theirs as a trade-in. Then it'd be a cooperative gator between the both of us. And I got two prices, one on a John Deere gator from Castonia's, and Clayton got one from Attica Motorsports for a Ranger. They're both got 1,000-pound payload. That's the part that I need. And Clayton talked like he didn't mind which one it was either. So prices: the Ranger is $12,315. The Gator's $12,881. So right around $500 difference.
Do you have a preference between the two as far as?
I don't have any preference at all. Clayton does. It's more up to him. He's storing it.
Does one ride or dry better? Does it one have better reputation?
I would prefer the Ranger. I think it'd be more versatile.
More versatile?
Yeah.
Okay.
The John Deere, to get that capacity, it's a 6-wheeler, just like they got at the park. Yeah. and the Ranger's a four-wheeler, so when the tires wear out, you're gonna do 6, or you're gonna
With
do
the
4.
deer.
Something to
Right.
think about,
Here's a tandem.
you know, it's something to think about, I mean, less tires when you have to replace them. I have money in my budget, even after we encumber the money for the, leaf machine, so. We'll take it out of this year's budget,
Do we have a timeline on the new leaf machine?
January, after January sometime. That's why we're encumbering the money, you might not be here for last meeting. Yeah, she's encumbering the money from this year's budget to pay for it next year, so. And I still have like $30,000 left in my budget, in equipment budget, so that's why we get this now and.
I'm fine.
I'll make a
Yeah, I'm fine
motion
with
to purchase the Polaris Ranger from Attica Motorsports for $12,315.
I'll make a second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's all I had, folks, anything for me?
Do you have a schedule on your leaf thing?
We do east to west on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, north and south on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, if we're not too loaded up, we'll just cover the whole town, though. I mean,
Right.
there'll be times we just cover the whole town, but not if it keeps breaking down.
Okay.
Right.
They got the east and west done today, so tomorrow we'll start north and south. So
Okay.
hopefully everything starts running better and we don't have any more problems and make it through this sweep season and have a new one.
John, are you or anyone in your departments interested in CRPC, or Kankakee Iroquois Regional Planning Commission, the one that helps us with the grants and everything for the streets that you know about? They're having a meeting Thursday for transportation safety. Is that anything you guys, she just wanted to make sure that I tell
Not
everybody
really
about it. Is
interested,
that
like,
something that's ever helpful for
Really
you
got
guys?
a lot of stuff going on right now, cause we're doing sewers for the houses on 8th Street and we're picking up
Okay,
leaves.
I just
so.
wanna make sure if it was
They
something that you found
Cutting
useful.
across the road again.
Yeah.
I knew I recognized that paint.
Yes, that's the thing, that's why we didn't wanna do that out in Gulf Heights. Cause we'd had the same thing, if we wouldn't have ran that sewer across there and just did one cut, every time they built a house, we'd be putting a new cut in.
Right.
You know, you'd have them come in and pave one, then
Yeah,
have another cut, so.
That's all.
And the roads are never the same, I mean, once you cut a road, it's never the same.
Yeah, those patches are already starting to collapse. Well, not collapse, but.
What did they get with snowplow on them? 8th Street's got 2 more years. Well, I wanna do 9th Street next year with the uptown area, and then the next set of the uptown area we'll do 8th probably.
Are you gonna do that extra parking, that extra lane there on the north side too?
Anything's paved, we'll pave it again. That's how we've always been doing it, so. Another thing I had, I guess, is you wanted to talk to me about the slow children sign on Madison.
Yes.
I see no need for it, I mean, that's just me, if people are flying down that road, that seems like a police issue to me.
I brought it up to them also.
why was there
Where
a
at?
complaint with people driving too fast?
Oh, yeah, the lady that don't even have the kids, down the road.
Where?
Used to be Tina Wolpe. She's complaining because.
Madison and Fourth?
Yeah, it's between.
She's complaining
Madison-
that the house at Madison and Fourth has kids and it's dangerous, she wants slow children signs. Well, slow children signs don't slow down traffic, I mean,
No,
if people are flying through there, if they're legitimately flying through there.
It's too rough to do that.
I don't know, we got slow children signs on Brick Street, explain that one. So, I mean, people just want slow children signs everywhere. I
Well,
don't know
you
why.
can buy one
I
on
don't think it,
Amazon
I don't
and
think
put
it works,
out
they
there.
work. Cause I mean, we probably got 60 of them in town, I bet you nobody knows where any of them are.
There's
been
one
three.
on
I didn't know there was one
8th
on Fifth
Street.
Did you get a count, a final count on this?
Off of
We would need to know.
Jackson
She's,
and on 8th.
she's
I know
on
where
the,
there's one.
she's kinda on the right track, it's usually like 7th Street, 8th Street, where they don't have any stop signs.
Right.
All the way down the park.
Right.
It's
Oh,
just
they
like Brick
fly
Street,
down.
that's why they do that too. Yeah, but who's flying down Brick Street, I mean?
Nobody with any.
I was gonna say.
Respect
They
for their
do. I mean, I'm
suspension.
sure they do, but you're gonna start
Oh,
looking
no,
for
it's
signs
been
now,
here.
aren't you?
No, I was gonna complain about the same area where everybody blows the stop sign. But that's,
Again, another
being
enforcement
beer,
issue.
I know. There's nothing you can do, I
I've
mean,
made them signs as red as they can be.
they are pretty red.
So if you don't have anything else for me, guys? Alright, thank you very much.
Thanks, thank you.
It looks nice where you took the trees down.
What's that?
It looks nice where the trees are no longer.
Oh, you noticed that? I wondered if anybody else had noticed
It
it.
looks a lot better.
Well, 52. You didn't notice all them trees gone?
Anyone else? That's call.
I'm good. We did get 306 North Grant is cleaner,
There might be trees out there.
pretty much. I think he's good. I'm gonna double check it with tomorrow, and hopefully I don't upset him if I call him again. I'm not trying to stalk him or anything. Just get a hold of him. So if you get complaints about it,
Tell him we said in the meeting that you would be following up.
Yeah.
so
He should
he
be
never called me
complaining.
back, and I kept calling him. So whatever, sounds good. There's a few more that we gotta touch base with on a few things. So.
Nothing.
No, not really. We're gonna start water, like John said, do water and sewer hookups tomorrow for Keating Homes on 8th Street. Sorry, Mike.
It should be in front of Trish's house,
Yeah, we'll tear her yard up.
I'm assuming.
Other than that, yeah, everything's been going really good.
Good deal.
Good deal.
All.
Still waiting on Aaron Budger to give me a quote for the aerator. I haven't heard anything back from him yet. He called me today, said he got the parts ordered, but he's still trying to, still putting prices together on stuff. So I was hoping he gets me for today, but he didn't. So.
Anything?
Yeah. I have a building permit here for Culture Products, Jamcat.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Let me go ahead.
Yeah, I was wanting to, since Holster's employ so many people, their building permit was supposed to be like $634. I wanna, the minimum we have for industrial buildings, is $300, since it's just a pole barn. I figured we could lower that building price to $300, which is the minimum, since it's an easy inspection.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Motion
Yeah.
to lower their permit fee to $300.
I second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. For anyone that's interested, I know we've kind of brought this up before, one of our windmill companies is having a, kind of like an open house tomorrow night. It is the Vestas Bronzeback Wind Project, they're having the grand opening tomorrow, and it's on, 107 North Adams, so it's across the street from the local,
The old tattoo place.
the old tattoo place, and, the dog place that was before that, but.
Yeah.
So it starts tomorrow at 6 o'clock, and they just wanna try to get as many people there in general, especially people that kind of work with the town and things, so like us and you guys and things, so.
You can get a pie. You get a pie.
And you get a free pie if you go,
Yeah, that's what's
so,
cool.
yes.
Even if you don't want it, get it right out there.
Yeah, so that's, tomorrow, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Everybody should have got one in their mailbox.
Yeah, basketball game.
You're gonna go tomorrow, Brad, and then take it to the fire department.
Take it to the game.
Oh, there you go.
That's, yeah, that's
Or
I have.
You can have mine.
Well, I have two, I got mine and.
You keep yours for Thanksgiving.
Okay. Anything else? How many grant applicants did we get?
Oh, I have a folder over there. A lot.
Like what?
I
Good.
would say like 18 to 20.
Oh, wow.
That's fantastic.
I started scanning them in and making copies for.
Okay.
You guys can just schedule a day
Alright.
when you want.
Get them scanned and then we'll
We can email you.
go from there. That's fine.
Do you want paper copies also, or just scan them and
Just
send them to you?
Save the paper and then.
You as well. Just scan them or
Yeah.
paper copies.
Scan's fine, yeah, you don't need to go to the extra work, yeah,
God bless.
you got enough to do.
Nothing else. You sure?
Yeah.
Going once, going.
Real quickly, we'll,
Oh yeah, you need to draw another one of those.
one or two?
Just one. One of them that you drew last time, they were not interested.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. For our business, drawing.
I don't.
So the grant was
We tried.
Business
Yeah,
spotlight.
business improvement.
I don't know what word you're saying, but it's the business
Say it.
spotlight.
Fowler Bowling.
Fowler Bowling Center.
Beautiful. Oh, thank you.
Now what do they get?
They're
The
spotlight.
Business spotlight video, so.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Alright.
Did you say what I think you said?
It's for a pie.
Oh.
Review claims. Anybody see anything?
I wanted to know what
No.
you thought.
I didn't see any.
I wanna make a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
I'll
To
second.
approve claims.
Approve, or motion second, have a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. And I will take a picture and text our group in case you wanna forward it for anybody else on the curbside, that's for Saturday, for the transportation safety.
I'll go if you go.
I'm going.
No, I meant
What days are on?
Saturday.
On hunting season?
It's
Yeah,
that's why I
Thursday,
said I'd go.
Clarksville.
I thought you said Saturday.
Thursday, November 6th. There's one during the day from 2 to 4, and then there's a nighttime one.
It's the night before
It's
hunting
gonna have to
season.
be after January 3rd.
Alright, have a motion to adjourn.
I will make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'll talk to you on Wednesday.
I might go down to my place, I got to go down there anyway, 'cause I forgot to grab my car.
Okay, just on the spreadsheet, I
I got it.
got